Bienvenidos. We want to celebrate 422 years of acequias in New Mexico and 30 years of the New Mexico Acequia Association.
This is Acequia Day at the Roundhouse, and all of Acequia Parciantes and the Mayordomos gather at the Roundhouse and express our views about how important acequias are to the people of the state and the water and our resources and our communities and the herencia of the people.
¿Están listos para ir a hablar con los legisladores? ¿Qué les vas a decir? El agua es la vida. El agua es vida. What are you going to tell our legislators? El agua es vida. Let's hear it. El agua es vida. El agua es vida. El agua es vida. El agua es vida.
Well, the acequias are a mingling of cultures. The Moors, the Arabs, the Western Europeans, and the indigenous Native Americans all came together in New Mexico and the New World and still thrive today. And that's why we're here at the legislature to remind our leaders of how important acequias are, the commons, the things that belong to everyone, and as much the water.
All the communities get together and become a unite force to have power to fight for our rights, for water rights, and for monies from the legislation to make a better tomorrow for all the acequias in New Mexico.
Los jóvenes, el futuro. The future of New Mexico depends on our children. So please, otra vez, un aplauso. As you continue to train our children, as you talk to them about what the future is really going to be, how to take care of the acequias. In fact, we have issues as an example. We have dams here in New Mexico. Whenever they release the water to go downstream, we're destroying part of our heritage. We need to continue to ensure that people understand that the acequias are an important part of all of our water streams.
Through the Powahqui Valley into the city of Espanola, all throughout our villages of Chimayo, Nambe. I grew up on the acequia in Chimayo, where my stepfather grew up as a subsistence farmer. We know how beautiful it is when we have water and we have access to it, what can bring our families the funds that we can have in cultivating the land. That's how my stepfather survived. We're now in Nambe, where we're on the acequia. I grew up, unfortunately, with chores of cleaning out the acequias, and now it's something that our family gets together and really enjoys doing.
And we want to make sure that we protect all the water that we have. Let's make sure, and next time I'd love to see this room filled with a younger generation. We're getting older and we want to pass that knowledge on to our younger generation. Make sure that they're here. They know which end of the pala is the right end to hold. That they can't just get on their phone. Of course, some irrigation systems, you can get on your phone and operate them by the telephone now, but you can't operate the pala by the telephone. So we want to make sure that people, our young people, are active. We want to make sure that they're trained. We make sure that they have the same rich history and culture in their heart that us older generation have. So let's make sure that we pass this from generation to generation so that we can continue what we have and what we enjoy, and so that they will be able to be self-sufficient, that they can plant their own gardens, that they can eat their own food, and they can can it and preserve it for the winters. So thank you. Let's do it together. Together we can continue this tradition. Thank you.
Mi nombre es Fermín Manzanares y yo tengo el agua de Avite Trujillo.
John Gray, Las Huertas, Lynn Springs also, and La Ciudadela.
Ya viene amaneciendo la luz del nuevo día. Despierta, mi bien, despierta. Hoy mi Dios te trae maravillas. Las mañanitas norteñas te venimos a cantar.
Yolanda Jaramillo y Nick Jaramillo de la Acequia de la Plaza de Dixon.
Robert Templeton de la Acequia de los Bosques. Rosilio de la Acequia San Juan, el más famoso de todos. Adrian Rosenberg, Acequia de la
Vivian Chaddock, Rinconada, Isla Community Ditch in Velarde.
Esta agua es bendita. Esta agua viene de la Acequia de la Joya. Galore, Acequia de la Lighten. Richard Valencia,
Jackie Bell, Joseph Ditch North, River Redoso, 5 generations.
Janet Salazar, Doris Cordova, Placitas, New Mexico, de la Rosa de Castilla.
Rocky from the Budo, Wanda from the Rio. Dan Scott, outpost de Los Gallegos Acequia Association in the North Valley of Albuquerque. Steven Rodrigo de Taos, Comunidad de los Chitos, Agua de la Confluencia de los Ríos, Río Pueblo, Río Lucero, Garregamos, Acequia Madre la Loma del Mochito de Abajo, Río Pueblo, Acequia de los Chitos.
And this is water from the field of Fernando del House.
Thomas Ham, Nacimiento Community Ditch Association, Suarez from Nacimiento Creek, Cuba, New Mexico.
May Montoya, Acequia de Alcalde.
Danny Garcia, Acequia de Ernesto de Cuesta.
Leon water from Acequia Madre del Cerro de Guadalupe, Cerro, New Mexico.
This water is from the Rio San Jose de la Ciénaga, the Acequia Mountain.
Amos, Peña, and all from California.
I bring water from the 2018 gathering for Mother Earth's water blessing, blessed by our Sayain Circle of Governors.
General Madrid, Acequia de los Salazars, Priority 1599, serving the communities of Hernandez, El Huache, Corral, and Nerva.
Your Lord leader and this water from Santiago.
Santiago Maestas,
el Valle de Atrisco.
My name is Emily, and this water comes from the Rio Acequia. And when I went to get this was the first time we've had water in at least 3 years, so I'm very thankful for this water.
Jaime Valdez, llano de la Presa, San José, New Mexico, de Costa Rica.
Luis Llano Torres, el Valle de Monte, representing the Stone Ridge and Acequia.
Edward Gonzalez, and I bring water from the Acequia Monte, Chamuzal, and the Acequia Madre.
The acequias in New Mexico and northern New Mexico need a lot of help. They've been neglected for many, many years. You know, some of them need to get reshaped and redone again. And communities don't have the money to do it, so we need aid from the legislation. I would like to see the acequias in the future like they have them in the south and in Colorado. They're all state-of-the-art acequias. They get funding to do it, to fix the acequias. I would like to see some of that funding in New Mexico, northern New Mexico especially, to make the acequias, more workable.
Water is our lifeblood, and water is ours to protect. And we're not just protecting it for our water rights, but for the whole community. We spend a lot of time defending, but we're also creating a future. And a lot of our Acequia movement isn't just what we're protesting, what we're against, it's what we're for. It's what we're for. What are we for? What do we believe in? We believe in our communities. We believe in our families. We believe in having clean water flow through our acequias. We believe in having healthy food for our families and communities. We believe that you should be able to go pick un tomate right off the plant and eat it with it dripping down your chin. We believe in getting an apple right off the tree and feeling that crunch, and taking our children and grandchildren to have that same experience, to get their feet wet and play in the mud in the acequia. Those are the things we believe in. We believe in having community self-determination and making the decisions about our own water, because a community that can decide on its water can make its own future. We're shaping the future of our communities by protecting clean water, by protecting the water rights in our community, and now we also have to defend our aquifers because they're being pumped. And when our aquifers are pumped, it's going to affect the rivers, and the rivers affect us.